What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Finster, Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick, Aquarius, and everybody else who doesn't listen to my videos. Just gonna say what everybody else is saying, put my own spin on it. The Department of Justice. The Department of Justice needs to. They need to stop being so racist, because they're letting too many black people just die and too many white cops walk. And there's like the Cleveland cop who just walked. But now we have another shooting by a cop who's claiming he's not guilty. And he kills Samuel DeBose. DeBose? D-U-B-O-S-E. Cincinnati cop. And I watched the video. And once again, they ask you to get out of the car. I just made a video about the law and your rights and lawful orders given by the cops. Just because a cop is a cop doesn't mean every word he says is a lawful order. They're riding on this, and they're flat out wrong. And the Department of Justice needs to come in and clarify this. They need to take some of these cops off the street, because these cops are not there to serve and protect us. They're not there. They are there to kill us. And it's a wider picture than that. And unfortunately, some of the good old boys are in the Department of Justice. This is why we can't get no justice and no peace. It's because it goes all the way up to the top. This is the same reason why Obama hasn't said anything, because he fears for his life and, his wife and kids. And that's just the damn truth. Obama's known this has been happening to us. He can't ignore it. It's all over. I mean, the country is in turmoil because of cops shooting people in the face. They shot Sam DeBose in the head, 1 round to his head. What did this man deserve to be shot in the freaking head? That is execution. And this lying-ass cop is going to say that he's not guilty. You didn't accidentally discharge your round. You didn't accidentally take your gun out of your holster. You took it out and you discharged the round. Why? What did this man do? He was driving without a license plate on the front of his car. He deserved to be executed. Shot in the face. You shot him in the head. Bow. Execution. Like that is the extreme. That is the extreme. Executing is what these boys were doing over there in Iraq. They're executing people, cutting their heads off, shooting them in the head. That's what they're doing over there. It's so extreme. It's to the extreme. But when the cop does it over here, oh my God, let's do a GoFundMe and get this cop out of jail. Y'all don't realize these cops are not cops. They're soldiers. That's what they are. Some cops out there are cops, but these ones who are doing this, they are soldiers. They are sent out there to kill and hang people. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're killing us left and right, and the black man just doesn't stand a chance. Some people are, they have videos where there's actually a video out on the cop who shot him talking about, and when he stopped 2 individuals and asked them to get out the car, they were like, I know my rights. And this is true. You may know your rights, but there are still going to be killings every day, whether you're right or not, because in their eyes, you have no rights. They're going to do this. They're going to do this. It's just going to keep happening. And then it pisses me off for the black people who act like it's not happening. I'm like, where the hell do you live? Where do you live? Huh? Just because you live around white people. Shoot, I live around white people. I don't mind them. They don't mind me. My neighborhood is filled with whites, blacks, and Latinos. And as far as I'm concerned, we all get along. But I'm not blind to the fact that they are killing black people or children. They just killed a child, 5 years old, not even a month ago. I don't even want to talk to people like that. I just tell them to unfriend me, like on Facebook. Don't even talk to me, because if you want to be that ignorant, I know when it goes down that I can't depend on you. I can't. I know when the war hits our front door, even more blatant than what it is now. Samuel DeBose was killed for no reason whatsoever. They bringing it to our front door. This man lived right around the corner just because he didn't have a license on him. And Samuel DeBose asked you, he was like, why don't you go ahead and run my name? I mean, you told him to get out the car because he didn't have a license. That's no reason to make a man get out of the car. You're talking about, well, you're driving without a license. There is a way to tell if a man's license is suspended. You run a 50 on him, and it will register. Boom, his license is, but that's not what you did. They just killing us just to be killing us. And you know what? And Samuel DeBose, like he didn't want to get out the car. People don't want to get out the car now because they know if they get out that car that they're going to get beat up and they're going to get killed anyway. There's nothing we can do except pretty much run from the cops, and then they're going to take your license anyway and then probably shoot you. There's nothing we can do. We can't even protect ourselves now. There's nothing. We are not right in any situation. They stop your car, you automatically wrong. You stop this man's car just because he ain't have a license in front of the license plate in front of okay, fine, give him a ticket. Tell him to have a nice day. He's driving without a license, run his tags. Now, if he would have ran his tags and said, you are driving without a license, and he would have did that according to the law, whatever the next step is for that, and would have definitely let him know, listen, according to this, that, and the third penal code, so forth, so on and so forth, you are driving without a license. If he would have ran a 50 and stated this, like down to the letter, like he would have knew the law, then that would have been a whole different story, but he still didn't deserve to get shot in the head. He had the right to ask him to get out of the car. He would have had the right to tow the car. That 100%, according to the law, he would have had the right to do that. But I don't even think the law states that. I don't even think the law says that you're driving without a license so I can tow your car. I'm not even sure. I don't know that law in particularly. But I know when he asked him to get out the car, he didn't even check his 50. He didn't run anything on the man. As a matter of fact, he stopped the man and didn't run a 50 on him. That's what's really crazy, because usually they run a 50 on you, then they stop you, then they tell you, okay, we stopped you. We know you don't have a license plate on the front of your car, and you are driving without a license because we stopped you and we know who you are. There's nothing we can do to be right. And all the white people who are racist white people, racist ass white people, because not all white people are racist white people, and evidence has shown this, they gonna go and do a crowdfund for this cop, man. I'm telling you, y'all people, y'all gonna be the first people to when the flood comes, y'all gonna be the first people talking about something. Oh, we loved black people, we didn't, and y'all gonna be the first one to get it. Y'all gonna be the first one because y'all gonna be easily identified. You keep that up. You know what a GoFundMe does? You know what GoFundMe does? GoFundMe is an internet-based place where you can give people money and raise money. But you also know what it does? It tracks who gives people money. You think we're ignorant? Do you really think that we're that ignorant? You really think so? You really think that we don't have a good handle on our senses to know how to track people just like white people track us? Or you people track Latino people or track Indian people? Or you think that we don't know how to find people? Is that what you think? You think you're living in suburbs and nobody knows that what you're doing? Is that what you think? With all of your weapons? That's what you think? We're that ignorant? Y'all people, when the war comes, it's going to come to your front door, and you're not going to be able to lie your way out of it, because we can tell who's giving money to who and for what. We know who's racist and who ain't racist. Y'all keep that up here. Y'all keep that up, and it may not be this year, it may not be next year, it may not be in the next 5 years, but y'all keep doing that and see what happens. When it comes to your door, see what happens. And it ain't going to be no mob to come to your door. Nah. We just gonna know who's doing what. Y'all better cut that out. And this ain't a threat, because I might not even be alive when the war hits. I don't need to threaten you. I'm telling you what's going to happen because it's happened before. You better look at every other empire that went down. You better look at the Roman Empire that went down. You better look at the freaking how the French Empire went down. You better look at what happened to them French people. You better look at that. You better look at every single empire that went down. And right now, America is an empire. You better look at how it went down. How it went down is it imploded on itself. The people turned against the ruling class. Keep it up. And when the people turn against you, you better look and see what happened to the French, because that's what's going to happen to you.